I've joined this conversation late. I do apologize, but I go back. Patrick says, have you? I don't know if you guys have given Patrick congratulations for being the global director of the Diaspora Affairs. That means we have another way, to where we're trying to go to. Um, Patrick said, I haven't seen the new bill. It's right before me, the draft. The difference in the new bill is it has the representation. There's more detail in the new bill how it's going to work. Musa, you have been in this process before.
Yes.
Myself and Tico, we might be new to this particular process.
Yes.
In the old workings, which Patrick said he has seen the bill before, is this the only change you thought was missing in the old bill?
No, it wasn't the only thought that was missing. What was missing was the sincerity and enthusiasm to make it go through. And I think that's what Ned is really putting on the table. And we need to say, Patrick, thank you for giving us clarity. It is that clarity that the diaspora, all groups will now embrace and say, okay, this is a voice, this is a voice of our own, and this is how we'll get our voice heard. So that political contributive mockery will disappear when Nigerians in diaspora will say, okay, not only the points being rejigged as to benefit and procedure, but the approach is being rejigged as well. Now it's a situation of we all have to play a role. So that means that we all have a stake. Before there was an element of talk down.
Okay.
We're doing the diaspora thing for you. You should be glad about that. But that contributed to why nothing has happened. But in the person of Ned Nwoko, you've seen a diaspora that actually knows and feel what it means to be a diaspora. What is it to be a diaspora? Your voice to be heard. It was never before. Voting, you are not allowed to vote, but send money for people to vote. Who did they vote for? You can control them. Then what are your passion? We want security. These are diaspora issues which I think now is there, and there's a structure in place that is being sort of like repositioned, which was not there before.
Okay, I like the point. Tico, me and you, we are new to this, diaspora to vote, diaspora bill to vote. Musa has highlighted that there was a lack of sincerity in the old bill. How does this new bill, as a Nigerian, do you have any objections at all, having not seen the old bill?
Okay. Although I've not really seen the old bill,
Yeah.
so I don't know the difference between the old bill and the new bill. So at the moment, to me, I just see like it's an opportunity if they to pull this through, because we cannot say we are Nigerians. Now, because we are not living in Nigeria, now we are not able to participate, whether with other political process or whatever process is there in Nigeria. So, in my own opinion, I think it's a good thing. It's just that I don't know whether like what prevented the first and the second bill from being going through, or now the second bill got to the third stage. Now I don't know really what has prevented it from working, but with what Ned is doing at the moment, if you can pay attention to see all the things that went wrong with the previous bill and can correct it, yeah, then the aspirants will, like we'll say we'll laugh, because it's not only for us, it's still for the generation coming behind us. Because if the aspirants are able to, like say, participate in the electoral process in Nigeria, so we will kind of like have a pride, because we are not only sending our money again, what we are now
our
actively participating in the political process.
I think Tico has made a point, very, very valid point. Patrick, for you being involved at such a high level, prior to now, were you like me and Tico, who has never seen and who didn't know much about a bill for diaspora to vote?
Like I was saying, very much so. So this few months, and I say few months, has really dropped me in the deep end. and I'm excited about what I'm learning and what I see, the unification of purpose for diaspora engagement in the electoral process. I've been in contact with the NDVC, Nido, Canuck, and what I see is unification of purpose. So I'm excited, that this is pulling people together because of the benefits in the bill or what we're looking to achieve.
I like it. I like it. Now, we have been on several Zoom calls, and we have been talking about the problems we've encountered before. That, in terms of organizing the diaspora, no matter how harmonious it looks now, the way we're saying it, we did see the same barriers. Uh, we have to organize ourselves in order to achieve something like this, is what the diaspora is saying. Musa, where are we? Should we worry about that now, or should we just put everything aside and say, there's nothing to worry about, sign this bill?
I think that's the right direction. There is nothing to worry about because we are having somebody who is a diaspora or was a diaspora that can feel our pain and can also envisage a situation if he was living diaspora today. This is how it should be. We should move away from will it work, will it not work approach because that will not bring the desired result. The resistance we are getting is artificial.
Good. I like Patrick. I'm always going to ask you, but we need to, like I said when we spoke before, I like the panelists to look at it. Tico, this resistance, you think it's coming from a wrong place as a Nigerian?
Okay, now I won't call it a resistance. It's just something that we have not really used to. And as a human being that we are habitual in nature, so we kind of gravitate or move towards the things that we are habitually used to. So to me, I won't see like maybe it's an hindrance or anything like that. I just see it like we as a Nigerian, we have not still at that point where we are seeing ourselves as a one entity for us now to bring ourselves together as work as that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You stated, Patrick, are these points lost on the senator that we are not together and this bill will expose that? Because I'm not sure what we're saying here is new, to say diaspora is not organized. When you say this to the senator, is there any element of surprise in
Elements of surprise. I would say no. And the reason why I've said no is even if you were to take a family unit, there will be division. How much more millions of people? It's going to be a tough one to have that, consistent unity. If you get what I'm saying. But like I have said, I have not seen so much unification based on the direction of purpose for this diaspora voting. Okay, it just seems people are pulling together. If I was just to pick on what Musa has said with regards to probably why are people not grasping this with full force? If I take myself as an example, I take myself out of this whole equation or me being personally involved. If I see the petition, maybe I would have, scrolled past and moved on. Maybe.
it's
Yeah,
possible
it's human
that is
nature.
the way we've been,
I'll say, these people don't come again.
Yes,
Which one will not sell us this time?
It's true.
I beg. The one that we voted, we
Yeah,
didn't achieve anything now. And I will move on. And that's where we need to start to send the message that it's not a move on situation right now. Read the content.
Okay.
Look at the message, not the messenger. The message is important.
It
will change your life.
I got something for you. Now, part of the things people were worried about was how can we get any help with organizing ourselves? They can't. It's evident it cannot be done prior to this bill, before we come around to say where people can sign the bill. But can it work hand in hand in any case? I have to throw it to the gentleman. Like, this presenting this bill can see we need help to organize. Is there any way to push these two things together for the advantage of the diaspora?
The diaspora message need to be rejigged completely, because every time you hear this be for the benefit of diaspora, is synonymous with what people have heard before. But what is different now is you have non-judgmental activists, key players pushing the agenda, and that speaks volume. And if you look at other groups on ground, without calling any particular name, it has always been a case of, this is my turn, I'm here, talking down on members. But with this Ned Nwoko approach, it's a win-win situation.
So you're saying we should not get intentional about organizing ourselves alongside this bill.
No, we should not be intentional, because the evidence before now is too negative for us to use as a yardstick to judge the situation. This is a new style approach. This is a new way of actually dealing with it.
Okay. Tico, is there an opportunity here, pushing the bill, pushing our organization?
Yes, I think so. There's an opportunity. My concern is, if we are not organized at home, if we are not one at home, if we are not united at home, how can we be united out of home? That is my question. And even when I look at the bill, from the day I had the bill, even as I was being informed about the bill, I signed it. But when I look into it, maybe like 4 or 5 days later, I still see that it's even struggling to get to 500. So then I look at it and I'm like, but there are millions of Nigerians out of Nigeria. So I just feel like, okay, maybe it's the same thing that is happening at home that is happening
reflecting
outside home.
Patrick, I like what you said, that if you were not the global director right now,
okay,
you would have been.
Though, even whether I'm part of the bill or not, if I'm doing anything and I see such in front of me, I will sign it.
Okay.
Yeah,
because now
okay.
I believe in
that's
Nigeria.
you.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Sorry, let's go on in Patrick. You've heard Tico. If we are going to have, because the difference between this bill and the prior bill is the 4 seats and other types of detail in it. To have for it to work, I'm sure we need some kind of organization. For that to work.
I will agree with Chico in the sense that this bill would... okay, let me rephrase that. This bill has exposed...
It has.
It has exposed a lot of things.
It has
exposed the fact that we are not one.
We are not ready.
We are not structured. There's a structure lack. Even if there is a so-called structure, but it is disunited in a sense. And again, I am careful. I'm not being flippant with this. So this has exposed it, and I think this could be an opportunity to get the house in order. Okay? Could. And again, I emphasize, could be the opportunity to get the
Musa,
house
do you see that?
in
Do you
order.
see that?
Because it has exposed the cracks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's very good. Now, let's talk about the bill itself. Where can people, Patrick, I'll have to let you tell people where to sign the bill.
Okay.
And you'll be having more sessions like this, but please go on.
Okay. Like we've discussed earlier on, the bill is there to get an alteration, an amendment to the 1999 Constitution to allow diasporas votes. so that diasporans would vote, be voted for, and also have 4 permanent seats. And there's a petition going around. I hear at times when we say petition, you think it's some kind of agitation or some kind of
It's a strong word.
struggle. It's more of support. It's a support to support the bill, to say Senator Ned Nwoko is not standing as a lone voice. We, the diasporans, we are behind him. He's not fighting this battle solely. We have mandated him to fight on our behalf. So the bill is on change.com, and all you need to do is type in 3 key words, which are diasporal, electoral, and engagement. Yeah. And when you do type in those 3 keywords, it will pop up and it will show you with the Nigerian logo, the coat of arms, and it will show you support Prince Ned Nwoko's bill.
Thank you.
And
Thank
so
you.
it's there. Also, there is a link going around where all you need to do is click into it, and it takes you straight to change.org.
Thank you, gentlemen. I hope everybody signs this bill. I need us to put away our past differences, but it's good to talk about it because this is an opportunity for us to get our house in order. Thank you very much.
Can I ask a question, please?
Go for it, quickly.
Is there any mechanism or medium that we have put out there for us to reach the millions of diasporas, or let me say millions of Nigerians that is out of Nigeria?
I say this with all honesty. Senator Ned is fighting for him the crucial battle in Nigeria on the floor of the Senate, the House of Reps, the lobbying, getting people, the 2/3 majority that he needs, talking to different. That is where the major battle is. This battle here is about 5%. And we have to sort out this battle here, not Ned. It's not about Senator Ned's face being in Sweden or whatever. No, it's our battle. We have to do it. Ned is doing the major battle
then
there.
maybe probably then my question should have been to you and not to Ned. So now
Yes.
So like the way we've done our Zoom meeting in the UK. So have you done any Zoom meeting with the people in Africa or maybe the people in Asia? I know you said something like you were speaking to some people in Sweden.
In Sweden, America.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a Zoom call we held with people in America, Germany, So yes, we're getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah.
I'm just concerned.
Oh yeah, but
if
not
the millions,
not as quickly as I want it to be, but we're getting there slowly.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I don't really have any question because this is a master stroke of a breakthrough for the diaspora people. For the first time, you are seeing an authentic person say, I want to be your voice. And I think the diaspora should grab that opportunity and say, please lead us. Because whatever we say here, Ned Nwoko is able to use his position as a sitting senator to facilitate that process for the diaspora people. I think they've never had it this good, seriously.
Again, yes, they've never had it this good. But again, I come from it from a different angle. Because being in the position that I'm in, it's giving me the opportunity to talk to people, get involved, and see things that I would not have seen if I wasn't really into it. I've come to realize that there were 2 bills in the past regarding this that were filed. The first bill they filed, I think 2 or 3 years ago, was killed at the first reading. So it was, in fact, it was dead on arrival. Yeah, it was dead on arrival. Okay. Then they moved another bill. I think that was last year, if I'm not mistaken, and that went far. Surprisingly, it went far. It got to the third reading. But if it fell short, it was declined at the third reading. So Ned now, Senator Ned, has put himself forward because of the passion he has for the diaspora to say, okay, I'm going to champion this. Okay, but I strongly believe, and he believes that it's more of a collaboration now. Okay, what went wrong the first
bills.
the previous bill that went all the way to the third reading. Let's take the lessons learned so that it doesn't happen again, and let's run with it.
Nwoko, because what you've alluded to the fact that he's putting something positive into the process, and that is what the diasporas need to grab and see that this time it exceed the third reading, then you will get a result. And I think it's going to be a win-win situation. The diasporas are not naive to know that this is a golden opportunity because for once, everybody's voice will be heard. All that is needed is to say, this is how you sign that petition. And I don't think that should be a problem.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.